Yeah, here we are. We're back there just geeking out on all the things we're figuring out, and we just
I love it. Yeah.
like,
We are
oh, it's
geeking
time
out.
I mean, when you go down the rabbit holes, it is just so much fun, especially when you come upon some really powerful information that has to do with our evolution here on
Oh,
Earth.
and
So,
and you can't make this shit up, folks. I just went to What We Forgot deck, and y'all, a lot of you here will do know who George is, and I'm getting chills because
George,
George is the card
George,
that came up.
oh, and
Terry's George is here
30,
with us. Ancient wisdom, 33 trillion angels to the
30.
142nd power times 12,
That's so cool.
or
Oh my,
however it goes.
oh my
Thank
goodness.
you, George. Thank you, George. Thank you, George.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Let's say hi to Denise McMillan, Barbara Hart Love, Old Windwalker. Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
We got lots of we got so much information is in the head. Mary Thornberry, Karen
Yeah.
Robinson, Angela K. Hunter. Nice to meet you. Pamela Anderson. Nice to see you. Uh,
Yay.
Catherine RNT. Pam. I just missed somebody. Oh my goodness. Oh, where'd you go? You'll come back to me. It was a different name. Wild Lilac. Love the name. Um, love all y'all. Sonia's here. Sonia. Oh man. Well, as you know, we're getting together on every Sunday. Let me remember to introduce myself. I never say who I am. I'm Valerie. This is my channel, Illumination Portal. There's my buddy, Diana Bowles, Oil Painter. Her channel is please like and subscribe to both of our channels if you like. We both do readings. We go into more of intuitive soul astrology readings. This is an excellent time to get one. This month is the month we've all been waiting for. So as we were understanding that, we decided to come on once a week to get this in, because there's so much information. It takes hours really, but we try to sum it up and make it as easy and digestible to understand as we can. So with that said, we're on February 8th, 2026. On February 17th, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. So that is huge. It opens up eclipse season. On that same day, we have the Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse, and that pretty much explains itself. Things are going to be, you're going to, we've been doing a lot of healing and a lot of work over these last 5+ years, and we are all being guided onto our authentic path by our teams, right? So these last this will be the fifth new moon at 28 degrees. There's 6 total. That never happens. I mean, most of this astrology that's going on in February has never happened. Definitely not in our lifetimes, and we can't really find, back in the day when it. Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah, like the last
So,
time Pisces and Pisces, Neptune and Aries went into Aries. Neptune and Saturn went into Aries at 0 degrees was 6,000 years ago.
and that's just one of them. That to me, that's on February 20th, and that's where the new era opens up. But before we get there, before we even get to the 17th, with the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, we are still at the end of the 9 year of the wood snake, where Diana was saying last week, that skin is still, it's like the end of it where it's starting to wiggle out, right? because it can't go anywhere. It can't do anything. The snake is shedding. So I'm sure we have all experienced it on some level in our lives, and absolutely we will individually. And we can see it playing out in the world. And this is a kind of like uh, Diane and I focus more on the world without going into all the nitty gritty details, because there's no way to do that with all the disinformation out there. But in astrology, it is showing us, okay, we can see the wood snake shedding its skin out in the world. We can see
and
that.
don't forget, as he crawls out of it, it is being turned inside out. And everything is being laid bare. And most of the time, the skin that he crawls out of is in one piece. Now, I have 2 of them upstairs in the Moon Lodge.
So cool. Oh, man, next week, bring one down next week, if you think about it.
Yeah, I should.
So
I mean, you can even see where their eyelashes are.
Oh, that's so cool. I think
it's very cool. I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera, but they're very delicate things, and I've had them for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and this is the time to do your ceremonies, release what you know is going away, what you know is no longer, can't go on your new era, into your new. We've recreated ourselves. Our spirit teams have helped us. Spirit has helped us. And we know it's not going with us. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I get surprised here and there when I, see myself, and I have to check myself and say, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. I was a little bossy, and I am. I'm the mom around the house, and I just have a certain way of doing things. Well, I need to keep that to myself. But it really, not that anybody's arguing with me, but I catch myself. So anyway, that's just one of the things. But the world is what we're focusing on. And Aquarius, we're in Aquarius season. We're at 20 degrees today, and we are in a Scorpio moon. So we're going to get down into the nitty gritty about things. And as we build up to that new moon, to that 28 degree new moon, we got Sabian symbols. We're going to go in. Diana's going to read them all to you. But tonight is, which I didn't even know. I was guided to print a chart for today. I usually don't do that unless it's a moon. And that Scorpio, we have a Scorpio moon. We have Venus in the vertex at the same degrees that this new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius is going to happen on the 17th. There's a reason I was supposed to see that and go dig down into it. So I got, that's going to bring in insights. I can't even read my writing. Destined, like transformative. We'll probably hear some really, we're hearing some out of the world, out of the craziest shit that we could ever thought we would ever hear in this world. And it just keeps coming, right? But this is saying, because of that Aquarius, it's for the collective. It's unconventional. It's intense. It's life-changing. All these things are happening, right? Emphasis. But now, as we know, there's always the lower frequency being exposed. But it's got to be, that void's got to be filled with the newer frequencies, right? What is that? Well, we're all here in our community, heart-centered, soul-centered, authenticity, living in our truth, right? And there's a lot of us. There's all kinds of groups like us everywhere. So this is a big change. This is a build up to a big change. But I just was like blown away when I saw that Venus and the vertex, and Mercury is pretty close in proximity too. So that's saying we're going to hear something. This could be, of course, happening in your individual life. But so Diana and I dug down into the Sabian symbols. And Diana's got from Aquarius 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. The thing with Sabian symbols, you're supposed to go a degree above. They do explain the degrees. The degrees are not easy to explain, depending on what kind of astrology you were taught. So this is a really cool way to get the degree information out. So on the 28th degree Aquarius, you're supposed to go to the 29, but 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 all have a story. It's a story. So, all right.
It's a story.
There you go.
And so let me explain, because I think that many of you probably don't understand what the Sabian symbol does. It's a story of the year from one degree to another. So it begins in spring with 1 degree of Aries. And I'll show you the first page of the book. It is.
Okay, now we're going into 1 degrees of Aries because on the 20th we have Neptune and Saturn meeting at 0 degree Aries, and that's the beginning of the zodiac. That's spring equinox. Of course, we don't get spring equinox for another month, but this is important to understand. The first degree of the zodiac has got a story in itself. So this pertains to what our month's coming into.
So this is the Sabian symbols according to Dane Rudyard, and he is no longer with us, but one of the foremost astrologers of our times. Mm-hmm. So it's the first hemicycle, the process of individuation. And what do we know about Aries? What have we said about Aries and the first house? I am. I better not sing. Anyways, so the first one, it's set up like a play. It's written like a chapter book or a play. Act 1, differentiation. Scene 1, desire. Aries 1 degree, and it runs through to 15 degrees. But each 4 or 5 degrees, a new stage is set. So I will read the 1 degree of Aries. You'll have to bear with me because.
And let me just say, let me just say one more thing on the degrees. Okay, so they go 1 to 30, and on the charts, on the astrology charts, it's 0 to 29. So this is why you always go the degree above. Okay.
All right. So phase 1. Aries 1 degree, a woman just risen from the sea, a seal is embracing her. Now think of that. This is the new birth. It is the new birth of the year. Spring is the first season of the year. And though that is not the spring equinox as she goes into it, or is it? This year, is it? Well, it doesn't matter. It's close enough that we are in the preparation for it.
Yeah, we got the whole month to prep for this degree.
Right. And so what we do is we begin to prepare. Now there's paragraphs written after that. And the keynote is emergence of new forms and the potentiality of conscientiousness. What is the whole potential? This is brand new. We're starting fresh.
Yes.
And then this is the first of 360 degree phase of the universal and multi-leveled cycle process, which aims at the actualization of particular set of possibilities. These possibilities in the Sabian symbols refer to the development and the individuality consciousness of each, the consciousness of being an individual person with a place and a function, a destiny, a fate in the planetary organism of the earth and in a particular type of the human society and culture. Now, there's more to be said, but I'm not going to go on because I want to read all of these. Well, not all 360. I want to jump down to Aquarius. Now, I mean, we're mostly concerned with the 27 degree. But in order to have a better understanding of that 27th degree, you need to know what the 26th degree is. And the 26th degree is.
Well, wait, let's finish on that 1 degree of Aries. 'Cause that is a woman becoming conscious, coming out of the ocean, right? Pisces is the ocean. So this is first degree of Aries, and they're coming out of that. They're coming out of that dreamy world, right? With a seal. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So your seal, I would say, is like our spirit team.
Oh, well,
so remember that.
But also it is the feminine standing on the shore, dropping her seal skin and becoming a woman. Because that is also a story. That is also a Celtic, the Selkie. That's what the Selkie is all about. Okay. So if you want me to, I'll read the next paragraph then.
No. I was just going to say on the 1 degree, right? So we got to know that that's what we're building up to this. Now, when she reads the Aquarius degree, she's going to read 26, 27, 28, 29. And I want you to be, I forgot to put this in there, Diana, be very aware. The reason why we're having this conversation, and this is a big year for America. This is America's moon is 27 degrees Aquarius. So we're building up to that. We saw how the beginning of the year started when the moon went on America's sun degree, which was 13 degrees. And since the 1st of January, we see how things have just, like, it's just America is being reprimanded pretty much by Pluto at this point, you know, because he's like, hey, you didn't keep your word. So now the moon's coming up. The moon represents the people. Okay, shut up.
Well, okay, just the opening for the next paragraph then. To be the individually conscious means to emerge from the sea of generic and collective consciousness, which to be emerged, your mind appears to be that of its own, right?
Okay.
And its own consciousness. Such an emergence is the primary event. So that's the drop in her robe.
Oh, okay. So this is
okay. So the primary event is to become conscious.
Okay, so that's 2 degree Aries.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the 1 degree.
I am. Yeah. So this is what we're working towards, is we're becoming conscious truly for the first time, because we're all heart-centered, soul-centered, we understand what's going on. And this is going into the new era conscious.
Well, and it is the result of some basic action. Leaving behind. You have to leave the sea behind, and that generic life and that, you know, collective consciousness in order to have an individual consciousness. So the emerging from a womb or a matrix here is the symbol by the sea. Okay, so now you understand there is it would continue. The next phase is going to be different. It's going to have, you know, what comes next. What comes next? The individuation. Okay, right. So this is why it's important to go to that 26 degrees of Aquarius, because we know that Aquarius is about the collective. You see how it is going back now to the thought of the collective, and how do we as individuals become part of that collective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Really cool.
So at 26 degrees, the 3rd level individual mental begins. And this is in phase 326. So that first phase is the first phase. It's 1. And now we're up to 326 because the sun moves a degree a day. So basically every day is a different degree.
Okay, so that gives us 360 degrees. So say the number that you're at now again. I'm sorry.
This one is 326. It's Aquarius. What's left after Aquarius? Pisces. What's left after that? We begin again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
phase 326, Aquarius at 26 degrees. The Sabian symbol is a garage man testing a car's battery with a hydrometer.
Wow.
Okay, so now keep in mind what the old term for mechanics, grease monkey, okay? Because they were, especially when you work on those old cars from the 20s, 30s, 40s, you get covered in grease.
Yeah.
Because it's all wide open parts, nothing like what we have today. And now everything is computer driven, so it's totally different. Okay, so here we see a man using an analytical mind to check.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay, to check up on the operation of the machine. His inventive genius produced this hydrometer, and it produced the car, and it produced the battery. It's like God invented turn signals because he gave a man a brain to figure out we needed turn signals. Why do so many people never fucking use them? Anyways.
That's a deep question.
Right.
I don't know if we can answer that one.
So these simple commonplace operation is used here as an indication of how deeply how deep technology involves us in small matters. I mean, we are a part of this. It can't be there without us. We have to be the one to come up with the innovation, with the invention. So here comes the consciousness of the I have an idea.
Right.
Okay.
And it's also each one of us has a certain role to play, right? We're part of the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So matters which in some circumstances could make the difference between the life and death. Example, the mechanical failure in the car on a crowded freeway. Bingo. Has that ever happened to you? Can I please let me get to the shoulder in time?
Yes.
The need for management, therefore, and this takes me to the prism of Lyra and how that all broke up. The management, therefore, is seen to affect every detail of the individual lives. This applies as well to the complexities of interpersonal, social or political relationships, because out of modern society is indeed like a huge machine speeding on dangerous ground. Isn't that the truth? And what do we, I mean, it's like right now, right?
Yeah, right now.
Safety depends on available power.
Mm.
And that is that whole sentence. But how do you use your power? Okay. Right. So I'm going to move on to 27 degrees because now what we're going to look at is an ancient pottery bowl filled with fresh violets. Now, where's the dependency in this? Well, the violets, if you cut them and put them in that bowl, it needs water. If they're a plant, they need soil, right? At any rate, it is an ancient pottery bowl filled with fresh violets. So however that image comes to you. Keynote is, it is important and for traditional skills And artistic value, deeply rooted. It's like, do they keep making these pages smaller and smaller?
Smaller as well. They do.
Deeply rooted in man's instinctive feelings as a frame of reference for man's most authentic emotions. Now, there's a fragility to life when you cut. I'm not even African violets, which you don't normally cut off the flowerets of an African violet, but violets come up wild in the lawn and they look identical to the violets that we refer to as African violets, but they don't have fuzzy leaves, right?
Mhm.
They're smooth. When you cut those, if you don't put them in water, they're going to wilt very fast. But if you keep them in water, they'll last a couple of days. So that's, again, the difference between the maintenance of the car and the maintenance of the fragile flower still comes back to the fragility of life, right?
Yeah, I wrote down, well, I wrote it down from the thing, the alchemy of perpetual transformation, which is
Beautiful.
exactly what's going on. And in Aquarius, this is where humanity, every year we transform, we evolve. We notice in Aquarius because it is ready. It's waited all year watching all that stuff go on, and it's like, let's make some noise. Let's make some
Uh-huh.
changes. But
Okay, so then it says this symbol contrasts with the preceding one. This is why it's important. It's a contrast to the other one.
right.
Just as a personal reticence and a simple love of natural beauty contrast with the rush, gaudiness, and the intellectual efficacy characterizing so much of our modern existence. Violets have often been considered symbolic of modesty and humility. Their values, especially in Victorian times, there were, every flower has a meaning, and if you look it up in your Hallmark date book, you'll see you'll see what each flower has a meaning of. They also have values which were understood to be the mark of the true womanhood. So now let's think back to a man who works in a garage, because that's how he states it. It's a man. And
Mhm.
now we're looking at these beautiful flowers and we're thinking it is the true existence of womanhood. Long ago, it seems, because we all know that that's not exactly true. There is equality that is overlooked in those golden days, right? That golden era of the rich coming into their own as the automobile was being invented.
Mhm.
So anyway, so now when we move on to the 28 degrees, now we have a tree felled and sawed to ensure a supply of wood for the winter.
Mhm.
We've gone from the importance of the maintenance of the car, the individual brain that invented these things, and the need for it to stay maintained in order to make sure you don't lose your life or cause someone else to lose theirs. Then we're talking about these violets that also are about harmony and peace and understanding and womanhood. And it is the difference between that automobile that's a heavy, heavy piece of machinery and the fragility of the ancient bowl that we're putting these fragile flowers into, right? So
Mhm.
now the tree, a symbol of strength and growth, has now been cut down to supply us with fuel. Keynote is knowledge and skill used in the natural surroundings for the satisfaction of the vital basic needs. Vital basic needs. This symbol combines, this symbol combines, as it were, with the implications represented in the two preceding stories. So this is both of them. We have needs. We need to stay warm. It's 15 degrees. This room is pretty cold.
I got for 28.
My Christmas tree is gone, so I'm back in the cold corner.
Oh man. I got expansion of perception is for 28 Aquarius. Breaking down complex reality into usable parts, which is exactly what you would do with the tree, that you need that to stay warm, like you're saying.
That's what the next paragraph goes on to say. That's awesome. I'm glad you took
I'm
notes.
You know, I did. I've been on it. They have me going down every rabbit hole today. Oh my God, we still okay. So then, is there anything else on 28 you want to read?
Well, it says, in the meaning of the hardship inherent with the existence of nature, strength, and efficiency and intelligence are needed, but they are incorporated in a life in which every act can be part of a harmonic and beautiful ritual permeated with deep significance. So like if you have a live Christmas tree, you use that in your fireplace. Now it's pine, and pine's not the best thing to burn, but then we clean our flue. And so you just make sure that the pitch is taken care of. Or you use it in your outside in a bonfire or something to that nature. But we trim up trees. So if we utilize what's left over, our needs are met at the same time that we've groomed the area to help prevent forest fires.
Right. And this is interesting too about Aquarius. Aquarius, you know, they're the water bearer. They're pouring down the higher consciousness information onto the earth. So yeah, it's the physical plus you are a battery. You're receiving all kinds. The Aquarius part of you receives higher consciousness information all the time. They're the ones who innovate. So like all these things we're talking about, all these degrees, there's innovation involved. Not saying all the other ones don't have it, but in Aquarius, I think it's pretty interesting how it's coming up. Like the story is unfolding.
Yeah. So then 29 degrees is a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis.
This is us. This is us. I'm so excited about this. I can't tell you.
Right? The capacity of the butterfly, the capacity to utterly transform. That's important, right?
Yeah.
And we're transforming the character of one's consciousness by radically altering the structural patterns of everyday living and the types of relationships one enters upon. This is the second time within a very short span when the cycle of the butterfly symbol appears. Aquarius 25 degrees also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't get into it. I didn't read the whole thing, so
it's a lot. Yeah,
but look, my dyslexia kicks in when the light is dimmer, and so I'm struggling a little bit. Anyways, here what is emphasized is the process of metamorphosis itself. It is the fourth symbol of fivefold sequence, and it stresses an essential character of the activity required for the stage of this cycle. Nothing short of complete renewal. Nothing short, because the caterpillar has to kill himself in order to become the butterfly. Radical change is needed. And that's what's going on. We're in this radical change. So third and not third and final, but the final 30 and final is
But I mean,
phase 330. Each one of these represents a day.
it's just so cool to see us. We are literally going into a new era from the old era, and
Right.
that's the butterfly emerging from the chrysalis. Now, Aquarius 30, that's what you're going. She's got degree 30. So
yes, and I keep saying day when I really should say degree on the 360-degree wheel, which is a circle. Deeply rooted in the past, a very ancient culture. A spiritual brotherhood in which many individual minds are merged into the glowing light of a unanimous consciousness, and it is revealed to one who has emerged successfully from his own metamorphosis.
Wow.
And how many of us go from being raised in a religion, and then we're loose in our religion, and then we lose our religion, and now we are aware that there is a higher being.
Mm-hmm.
We can't describe that higher being, but we know that there is one. Is it found in our collective? Let's see what it says.
Well, see, I think that also we realize that we are part of that higher being also.
I love that. I love that you said that. Okay. The ability, wait, let me move this over again.
Wild Lilac, what days are these degrees? Well, we're at 20 degrees Aquarius today. So we're talking about 26, 6 days from now, 27, 28, 29, and then 0 Pisces.
Right.
So
the sun moves 1 degree a day.
Yeah. So we're at 20, just so you know. But we're preparing because we're building up to that new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th. And this is, we wanted to get this. This is such a powerful, when we were reading this today, it was like, what? Everybody needs to know this,
Right. Everybody needs to know this. It is the story of life. And because these are the things that creep in and make you feel like you have imposter syndrome, or make you feel like nobody loves you, or make you feel like you're on top of the world and you can't do anything wrong, or makes you feel like. So if you wonder why it's a yo-yo, these are interesting stories that can certainly help that understanding, that deep feeling, that help you do your shadow work.
Right. And Aquarius is 2 wavy lines, so you got to look at it like that. One of those wavy lines represents electricity, right? But one of those wavy lines in this respect is the shadow work. The other one is you're being conscious that you're a divine being, so and Aquarius gets deep with it. And we all have, like I said, we all have Aquarius in us somewhere. It's a really cool time to look. And look, Mary Thornberry has her birthday next week.
Barbara Berkman has her birthday on the 17th.
Oh, cool, Barbara. Oh, happy birthday. I didn't see that. Very cool.
So it is the ability to, for the person with an open mind and a deep feeling for the self. Sorry, these are in italics, so it's harder to read, and very small print.
Yeah,
for self-transcendence. Self-transcendence. Now, there we go. That's the word we're looking for.
Yeah.
To come to the contact with the higher forms of existence, which is within us. We are the guardian angel we seek. That is part of our aura, right?
It's so cool how it's so cool how the evolution, just think we're talking day to day during 2026, but we've been playing out these long evolutionary cycles, the age of Pisces going into the age of Aquarius, which really this is saying to me, this is a big message today, because we're not even done with the 28 degrees. We have one more 28 degree next month in Pisces, and that's like the very last of the zodiac. Did you want to read that one? Or
Oh, I could.
Or you
This
finish?
is what's interesting though, is also we got to think back to last year. Remember, and in 2024, the same thing.
Yep.
They weren't at 28 degrees. It was 27 degrees last year, and it was 26 degrees the year before, where we had 5 and 6 degrees, or 5 months in a row, or 6 months in a row, where the event was happening on the same degree for the full moon and the new moon, just a different degree. It was all leading up to this.
Right. So that's 3 years of long drawn out, 28 degree, well, to whatever degree it was for each year. That never happens. You never see that. So for it to happen 3 years in a row, it's a buildup. Like, it's always a buildup with astrology. There's always, here, look at the cycles, look at the information. And we have, until a spring equinox this year, it's just like, it's, I don't even know how to put it in words. There's so much available to us. And we're the ones, though, because we realize we're the divine, we're a spark of the divine, that have to look at that higher consciousness information and realize we are jumping up out of those, unworthiness feelings, all those things that make us feel the old era. That old era was designed to keep you programmed, to keep you believing that you were worthless or whatever. And look, I know I've worked through it for years on my own self. We've all did the shadow work, so it's not, it's, on the one hand, it's not fun, but coming out the other side and seeing things at that perspective is, it's priceless. It really is.
Right. So scene 23, Federation.
Wait, where are you? I'm sorry.
I'm heading in to read the 28 degrees of Pisces, but it begins at scene.
Okay.
It begins at oh wait, that's too far back. Sorry. That's well, this is 1 degree of Pisces is going to be Federation. And Federation is the coming together, the meeting of minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
About the Federation of 12, the Federation of 9. All right, let me get back to.
Hi, Aaron. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Leah. Good to see everybody.
So then at 16, it switches at 16 degrees. It switches to scene 24, perpetuation. No. Perpetuation. Perpetuation. And now we're getting closer, right? We're almost to the end.
Yeah, because the Pisces is the deep water sign, spirit, right? And when we're in Pisces season, which we will be starting on the 18th this month, it's a deep one. I really want to apologize. I said something the last time we were together that Venus was the one going out front. She is, except for this month. Mercury went out front in Pisces. Now, that's significant because that Mercury in Pisces is helping us hone in on our psychic abilities and our intuition and us reading between the lines, reading the energy. But then after that, she goes out front again. So what we love and value is going to be really, well, it's always important, but that's how the rest of the year is going to play out.
Right, because Mercury stations retrograde on the 26th of this month.
Yeah, 26, okay. 26. I keep seeing those numbers too, 26, 26.
So there we go, right? Pisces at 28 degrees, a fertile garden under the full moon, reveals a variety of full-grown vegetables.
See,
The
and that's
full
planting your
satisfaction,
seed.
the full
Sorry.
satisfaction of the individual basic needs. Which, one of our basic needs was to cut down that tree so we had fuel for the winter, right? A
And I
basic
love
need.
that. Yeah, because you plant your every new moon. I mean, we suggest you do it new and full moon. And make sure you do release before you plant your seeds. But on an eclipse, that's that's a personal choice. That's up to you if you want to plant seeds on the eclipse. I'm going to, because why not? This is a whole new era. Let's go big, right? That's basically what we're trying to tell you. Let's go big. Don't hold yourself back anymore for whatever society says or anyone else around you says. If you're coming authentically from your heart, you do you. So what was 29? Did you do, or were you finished with 28?
Lost the page. Give me a minute. I'll find the page again.
Oh, Leah has Venus at 29 Aquarius. Oh, that's so cool. Hold on. She's going to look at 29 and 30, I think. 29. These are the last 3 degrees of the zodiac. And then we start the new at 0 Aries, where we started earlier.
29 degrees is light breaking through the prism. Too many colors as it passes through the prism. Light breaking into many colors as it passes through the prism. Now, those of you who have listened to or have read the book, Prism of Lyra, hello, because that who has power is what drove Lyra crazy, what made the prism implode. What's so wrong about peace, love, and understanding, which is the way everybody was living, till that one voice came in and said, but somebody has to have power. So that is the 29th degree, and then the 30th is a majestic rock formation resembling a face is idealized with a boy who takes it as his idea of, oh goodness, his ideal of greatness. Think back to who wants his face on a rock. And as he grows up, begins to look like it.
See, like there's just everything talks to us. I'm always just listening to my guides and following whatever it is. And they had me down these rabbit holes for the last couple of days, as usual. And I love it. I mean, to me, it's cool. With that 28, that 29 with the prism, again, it's your every color. You are the divinity. You're everything. You're all, everything is one.
Right? The colors of our chakra are in the rainbow of the prism.
Yeah, so cool. It's so cool. And then
and what he makes note of here is Nathaniel Hawthorne's story, The Great Stone Face, is used here as an allegorical sense to show the capacity of self-transformation latent in man. Think of the portrait of Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
All of the sins of his soul went on that painting. And when that painting was discovered, he died and his face became the painting, and the painting became the young man he was.
And see, that's to me, I see that as the old era traps, because we all got trapped in that, the narcissism, it's all about me. Here we're remembering we're all one, and it's the collective, right? And as we become from our hearts, being heart-centered and soul-centered and authentic, it isn't about, hey, look at me. It's about what's best for everybody.
I love this. Also, February has exactly 4 weeks this year, starting on Sunday.
I thought that was cool.
Again until 2035. And what else happens in 2035? I forgot. I was jumping ahead, learning things, but obviously I didn't learn it very well.
Well, let's go. So let me just finish out 28 degrees. So we have 28 degrees, new moon solar eclipse on the 17th in Aquarius. Then next month in Pisces, we have a regular moon. That's the first new moon after eclipse season. It'll be the last 28 degrees, but we're closing down because in 2 to 3 days after that new moon, we go into spring equinox, where we would have already spent from February 20th till March 20th with Neptune and Saturn at that 0 degree. So that's why she read that the woman coming out of the ocean with the seal. So that was all crazy, right? And then I'm like, I get this. Look at the nodes. The nodes change. Okay, we're Pisces North node right now with a Virgo South node. So this is why we're releasing all that crap, all that criticalness of ourselves, right? All that, and we can see what's being released out in the world, but that's, within ourselves. Virgo's helping us realign, allow ourselves to be the beautiful soul you are without being perfect, because there is no perfection. Well, or we could say we're perfectly imperfect, and that's the best way to proceed. But anyway, so when the nodes change, July 26th, here's another 26. I kept seeing 26, 2026. That's Aquarius North node with a Leo South node. It's so the nodes, when they start at 29. Okay, so we're going to come back and revisit this Aquarius 28, um, the end of July 26th, and probably for that whole month of August.
Yeah.
Because it's going to go back 29, 28, 27. But there's a message in here. Now, I didn't get to that because Spirit wants me to be surprised. So we'll be surprised together.
Well, the drama of the day. And now, because with the nodes, we're going to be working backwards.
Yeah. So cool. I mean, it was just too cool. So out of, I knew there was 6 28-degree new moons. I knew the nodes were changing, but I really wasn't thinking about that far in advance. And when they highlighted this to me, this is a humanity as a collective really changing. We're jumping timelines. We're jumping out of this density, which we've all been working on it. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but there is like a huge thing that I just keep feeling this. I guess this is what I'm really saying. I feel like there's something big that's going to pull humanity together. I keep saying that. And I thought by now we'd got there, but we're working on it. And this has a lot to do with America's moon, because these degrees are going to be hit again in July, in August. So I don't know. I just think it's so cool. And then, the Venus vertex. We talked about that, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
We'll know. We'll have a better idea of where we're headed.
Yeah.
I mean, it really feels like this ship is going to sail right through it, and like Peter Pan says, third star on the right and straight on till morning.
No, that's how I see it. I swear to God.
Then I have a cousin who just recently reached out to me. We haven't seen each other since, oh my gosh, we were 20, 21, 22 years old, something like that. And Aunt Adelaide's funeral was the last time I saw her. And I can't believe what she's posting on Facebook. And it's like, well, I'm not so sure I can talk to you right now because I'm in totally a different place, and I had absolutely no idea. This vileness that comes spewing out.
It's so
I
sad
didn't know
to see
existed,
that. Oh man, that's so sad.
This little bubble I sit in. Thank you, Michael.
Well, it's sad, right? It's sad when we see people who we thought I mean, you just wouldn't think that they had those values, those beliefs, and
Well, to speak so vile.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. They're vile. I guess vile. I don't, on every level they are. And this is the split. Okay, so this is another thing we're going to see because of those wavy lines, right? With Aquarius, there's two wavy lines. The fish, two fish with Pisces. We're seeing that split. We've been seeing the split for 14 years when Neptune went into Pisces. Now Neptune went first into Aries, and we're waiting on Saturn is going to join Neptune on the 14th, but they aren't exact until the 20th. So, but it's the way my guides explain it to me about people who are vile or behaving like that are that soul on a soul level is choosing another round in this lower frequencies, third dimension, however you want to put it. But there's many of us who are choosing higher frequencies. I mean, I send them all love. I hope people wake up. I don't know how you could walk through this world hating anybody and being prejudiced. I don't get it. But it's been an eye-opener for the last 10 years. So many people who I would have never thought.
Wouldn't even do is listen to this much news and see the names that are on that list. And it's like, well, we always knew it was worldwide.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who didn't want to believe that.
Right, and it's more than one island, and it's more than that group of people. It is, and
it's the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel good to say that, but I always knew that this was all the rabbit holes I've been down. This was potentially. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to think that people did these types of things. And I mean, what a way to. Okay, so they're reminding me. They wanted me to talk about this. To become fearless, first of all, focus on what you love and value for the most part. And our nervous systems need extra care. I mean, this is very difficult information to ingest, to even know that this is really real. So, I've been walking around the last few days, just like, I can't believe we got to live through this. I can't believe people suffered like that. I can't believe that we're on a planet where this is allowed and these things happening. And, I'm asking what to do about it. How do you go with that? And they're like, you don't, but you got to step back away from it and take it in small bites, but also know on the big, they're smart. Those dark wizards are really smart. They're slowly throwing it out there, right? Like red meat is what they're doing to desensitize us. It's a psyop. Everything they do is a psyop, is a gaslighting. It's narcissist. It's the worst type of sociopath you could think of, psychopath. And we got to know that there's something is even worse. I mean, and I don't want to say this and I don't feel good saying it. For them to expose this, whatever's really going on that they're hiding behind this, because that human trafficking is still going on. Children are still being abused, what are they? What is it we don't know, which terrifies me on one hand. But on the other hand, my team will say, face your fears. I don't know how you face that. How do you digest any of that information? I mean, you guys let me know what you're feeling. And what are you doing about it, Diana? I don't know.
Well, in facing our fears, we are able to take some kind of an action, even if we are not able to physically get involved. We can get involved spiritually. We can get involved emotionally. We are. It's worse if you deny that you have some sort of an emotional attachment to this.
Right.
Because how many of us have been victims? How many of
Mm-hmm.
us have suffered at the hand of our own parents,
Mm-hmm.
at cousins or uncles?
Yeah.
I'm your wicked Uncle Ernie. I know you can't see or hear me as I
Mm-hmm.
fiddle about. Okay, come on, jump. There you go.
Yeah, but and it's hard, right? Because we had to do this on some level, and it's yeah, after see, and Maria had to block most of her family. I get it. Like there's people that you just, how could you think this is okay? And you thought, I thought, oh, as soon as they know the truth, and that's them doing this, and they've been gaslighting us, saying it was us doing that. Not saying, I'm not going to say here, both sides were involved, and that whole thing needs to change too. No more two-party system.
Well,
That's not red and blue. Not that's never going to work again. Um,
that's right. And it's like how many of these
oh, he needed a kiss.
left wing Christian are into marrying 13-year-old girls are suffering at the hands of their uncles and brothers and fathers.
And
And how
see,
many brothers are suffering at the hands of their mothers and aunts
mhm.
and older siblings and other males in the family? I mean, just it's
it,
an epidemic that has been ignored
and I
for
do.
the whole expanse of human humanness.
Yeah, I do want to say this, like because this is something I've been down this in this rabbit hole for quite a while, and I would say to my guides, humans have hearts and souls. They can't do this. I can't understand how a human does that. Explain that to me. That was my actual question. This is about 20 years ago, and they said they're not human. And I didn't understand. I was like, what do you mean? Because I'm assuming everybody's human. I'm not a religious person, but everybody in the Bible, their souls, everybody. And I don't know if I'm right. I'm just saying how my guides explained it to me. And they call them heartless and soulless. So that's what I call them. I mean, they're parasites, right? And this has been thousands and thousands and thousands of years, like everybody's putting up here. Um, humanity was infiltrated by these dark wizards, and they apparently everything that we thought was true is true. So
Yeah.
and but so how does that explain uncles and brothers and stuff? Because it just seems so prevalent.
Yeah.
Is everybody heartless and soulless? I mean, is there only like a certain amount of us who have heart centered and soul centered? I don't understand, but I guess I'm not supposed
It
to.
is setting up boundaries. It's the Seven of Wands.
Oh, you got it! Yes, you got the deck. I love it. Isn't it a cool deck, Diana?
Yes, I got this deck a long time ago, and it's been upstairs,
Oh,
and so I haven't used it down here. I was using it for personal readings upstairs, So I decided a while ago to bring it down, and I just forgot it was down here. Well, you and I haven't been doing card readings till recently, also. Yep. The general sexual abuse has been horrid in my mom's family and knows how far back. Yeah, exactly. It's sick. All
and
healing.
it's been this has been coming out, right? All this information. How many of you? I know I was told, oh, I don't think that really happened. Why would I say it? But anyway, um, you know, everybody wanted to just keep it under the hidden. Now it's coming out, and it's got to be. That's the thing about shadow work. It has to come out, and you have to see it all for everything it is to acknowledge it. And I mean, I don't know how to go with it though, because usually I send everybody love. I always send everybody love, and that's victims or perpetrators. But I'm sick to my stomach. I don't even know what to say. Um, I had picked. Oh, yeah, it's the cruelty is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they double down on it.
Oh,
That's where I was going. You think all these people, this is what they wanted to know. This is they wanted to see who was doing this to the children. Well, now they know and they don't care. They're doubling down on it. But I did hear, my guys, all the poll numbers are a lie, and I always got like 28 to 32%. Boy, that's dropped. It's like it's down in the teens. So don't believe. This is the thing. And let me say this correctly. As much as we're witnessing and we're having to process, right? They're keeping the psyop going. They're keeping the lies going. They have the media. Media isn't even reporting on anything hardly, unless you can get media that's out in the world. So we are pretty much having to acknowledge each other in as we're being kidnapped by masked men, knowing this is going on. I mean, America is really going through it, and everybody in America. And my guides kept saying to me, you got to know what is true and what isn't, because there's so much disinformation and there's so many things that look real that aren't. And that's your gut instinct. That's your intuitive abilities. We got to really work on that. And I think that's what I was going to talk to Diane about it, maybe do a couple little classes or, lives about how to trust your intuition, how to know.
Yeah, let's do that.
And the cards help, of course, the pendulum helps. Diana uses the rods. There's so many ways that we can get information, and we really, we got to rely on each other, because I don't know about y'all, but I can't trust anybody I don't know. I may never have met any of you in person, but I know you from being here for 5 years or however long we've been together, and I trust you. That's how I feel about it. What's going on out there now, I'm keeping my circle small. I don't go out much anyway. And I was guided not to because of this shit. It's just too much out there. And look, there's the best friends there, little puppies and kitties. The babies are the friends. But anyway, I did get, I got the card Mystic Healer for us while we were talking. So we've done the work. I mean, we're at a different level, and it says healing energy flows through you. And I see that we're sending that energy out to all humanity and to the earth.
I love it.
Mother Earth she's here with us. And then I got answering the call. So this is what light workers, love workers, energy workers, star seeds, all of us were to do, is come together and remember who we are. The time is now. And then I got miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So I really feel that we're really close to something that is going to unite humanity. But, and I do feel it's going to be within this Aquarius season, that solar eclipse. Now it could be after, I don't know, time. It's hard to get timing done. What do you have, Diane? I know you're over there with some good cards.
Well, if not this eclipse, the one in March is definitely going to make a markable change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Does anyone have any questions or want a reading? Have we gone? How far have we gone, Diana? 9:12. Okay. Are you okay with time, Diana?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah. See, Aaron,
I got this persistence card.
I love that.
You know, if we, and to realize that it is narcissism that drives them.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And what else do we have here? We are troubled by it. There's no doubt about it. We are troubled by
Oh,
it.
wow. That's really, that's so true.
So, instead of feeling hopeless about it, you know, we have to keep that faith. The hopelessness disappears when you realize that it's part of the manipulation. We are being manipulated. Even
Yeah.
like what I heard or read from my cousin, that's manipulation that she doesn't even know she's trapped in.
Right. And they don't. And that's okay. No judgment on anybody. The way my guides explain it is those of us who are aware have connected with our hearts. Our hearts and our minds are connected, and we lead with the heart. People who aren't able to do that don't even know that that's an option. That's why I'm not, I don't hate on anybody. I can't, doesn't, I'm not happy about it, but hating any of this just puts more energy into the dark wizard pile, Okay, so we got Carl. Carl wanted to know, and he have a message from his guides for this week. Yes. And then Leah wants to work.
Hi, Carl.
So sweet. Let's see. And it weren't those powerful cards. Those really summed it up, Aaron. And please remember that it is a psyop. It is manipulation. There is fake MAGA chatbots that it's $1 billion a year business. And this other thing I learned, astroturfing. It's all psyop. It's all designed to demoralize us as it desensitizes us, and we just give up, but I don't think we're going to do it. Carl just woke up. It's 10 a.m. where he is.
Yes, he's in the Philippines.
Let's see. Oh, my goodness, Carl. Oh. Wow, Carl, I got this good cards for you. Wow. I mean, really. Well, on the bottom, I got Wheel of Fortune. So, again, this is a big week. There's change coming in for you, Carl. I have the Emperor. Take the lead of your life is what I'm getting. And strength. You have the strength to take the lead of your life. And choose higher, see higher perceptions, see higher, and really follow your heart and don't doubt it, and doors will open. Then I got justice, balance will come in. I think it's a good week for you, Carl. Let's see. What else I'm getting? Yeah, see what the wisdom is there with the owl. 6 of Cups, more balance coming in. And the Queen of Swords. So really use your higher mind, your Aquarius part, right? Because that would be definitely Aquarius, Queen of Swords, and think outside the box, innovate, make your life the way you would prefer to experience it. Karen wants to know, everyone wants to help me get a dragon painted on my wall. You're so sweet. Um, she wants to make me like a template, you know, so I could do it. But I think it's, I don't know. I'm stuck in here. I don't know what to do with this room. Kind of over here in the corner. I don't even have my desk in here yet. I don't have anything. It's crowded. So I got to clear it out. Carl, your birthday is February 11th. Happy birthday. This is big for you, Carl.
Oh, that's right. Oh, Carl, this is cool. So for you, Carl, I got the Lovers. That's a good way to start off. Somebody's going to be happy to have you help you celebrate your birthday. And then I got the Knight of Swords. You're going to be able to definitely make something happen.
I love that swords card. Oh my God.
Did you have that one too?
It was the next one. I just didn't want to keep pulling. It was the one that, it was the one that,
right. Then we got the Sire of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So there you go again. And this is a jovial week.
Yeah.
Your ability to get new things going.
Yeah.
And then I got, did I say the Lovers? Did I show them the Lovers already?
Yeah, I heard you say it.
Yes, I did. Okay. So then we got the Page of Pentacles. Oh, is there a job coming your way?
Oh, nice. Oh my God, Diana. I pulled from the Golden Future deck, Diana Cooper, and I got the Dragon card. I mean, it's totally different deck. I mean, you just can't even make that up.
You can't make it up.
Send dragons to heal the world. Okay, that's the message for everybody. I send dragons on every size, shape, and color, and I ask them to go heal and take care of everything. This way I don't stress over it, because I really do stress on the world. Oh, who was I, an artist in a past life? Who was I, an artist in is that your question, Karen? Karen, you're an artist in this life. Denise is coming up, and we have Leah. Is it Leah's birthday too? No way.
Leah's a Pisces.
Oh, it's coming. Okay. Oh man, Carl, I know. I can feel it. Like I can feel stuff coming for you. I've been feeling it. I know it's not been easy, and for none of us these last 5 years, it's been tough. All right, here's Leah's.
It's your exuberance. You have to be careful, because there's somebody, there's always somebody who takes advantage of you and tries to control you, Carl, because you have such strong energy to get the job done.
Okay, so discernment is a big thing, and that is something that Aquarius season is, because Aquarius want to help everybody. And if you're an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius rising, I don't even think people are bad, or that they're not in my highest best interest until I learn the hard way, and it's just a matter of discernment, like really weigh out any new ideas with other people. And this goes for all of us. Any new people, really take your time before you and go slow. Like just dip your toe in. You don't need to go full force. But it's not easy. I think everybody thinks like I do, and they don't. But you got a heart and a soul, and in our community. I love our community. That's why I love our community so much. I never knew you guys were even existed. I am so excited you're here. What happened, Diana?
Well, I'm just looking at Leah's cards, and I'm wondering, Leah, what happened to the camp cook? Because I haven't talked to you for a couple of days, over a week.
Yeah, what happened to the camp stuff? Oh, whatever's happening is coming in quick.
So the first card I got for you is the Eight of Wands. Okay. Work outlook, the Eight of Wands. A big message is coming your way.
See?
A big message.
And I got the Chariot.
Did you? Okay. And so soon. Mm-hmm. And then I got the Six of Swords, which is sailing on to calmer waters, things are going to make a change. Something better is coming your way. Then we got the star. The right
Oh,
moment is coming. It's almost here.
yeah.
You are a star. Someone already has you in their sights
Oh, that's,
as they want you in the employ.
yeah.
Now we have the death card, but the death card is about a change,
Transform.
which is what you're making. And
Transformation. Yeah.
And the
So,
last card I got is the Six of Wands,
oh, nice.
right?
A
And then
victory.
riding into town with success on your mind, that you're going to make a difference.
Wow. That was a good reading, Nia. I didn't see at the bottom here what she, but I had on the bottom, I had the Chariot. So something's coming in quick. And behind that, I had the Ten of Pentacles. So it's something that's valuable to you. And behind that was the Page of Pentacles. So like the offer of something valuable coming in quick. And then on the top, I had the Ace of Cups, that wish and dream that you put out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Lovers, something's coming in. And then I got the Page of Cups, even though the Page of Cups can be a little bit different. You're using your discernment and you're really looking at what's that cup offering me, right? So that was all cool. And then I got to the Diana Cooper deck and I got travel. It says, find ecological ways to explore the world, which is what you're doing. That's what you were doing with that job, right? The camp cook, if I'm not mistaken, Diana.
Yeah.
Is it does she move around? Would she move around? Hi, Hypnicity.
I don't know, because that wasn't part of the original deal.
Oh, yeah, her cards are good, Leah.
She would be able to live at the camp.
Okay, so
Diane, maybe I don't want to divulge too much because I'm not sure, what she wants out there.
Right. I feel like you got new stuff coming to you, Leah. Just keep putting it in, keep following your heart and putting out those Wild Lilac. If you put a question in, we'll read it. Put it in all caps, please.
What's our next question?
It starts in March, Leah. Okay, so you're already starting.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You just want to know how it's going to go. It's going to go fine.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. I thought, I was afraid
I
that
love it.
Happened.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. Carl says, I use my dragon to run errands. Yeah, I do everything. It's crazy. Shine the light in the darkness. Wild Lilac. Okay, Karen Robinson wants to know, and then we have Denise McMillan. Was she an artist in a last life? Let me see. Karen Robinson. Karen Robinson, do you mind if I tell Diana? She is a 0-degree Aries in the 12th house.
Yeah, I know this. I mean, I know she is.
I'm sure, yeah, and I'm just like, this has been like her. There's like 3 people I know with that degree, and I'm just so excited for them because life is about to change, for the good. Let's see.
Thank you. So we know. Thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I got very creative with my pendulum, and I'm seeing you like an interior decorator or like a clothes designer because I see a lot of fabric. I don't know. See what kind of gets. See what the card said.
Yes. I'm getting a yes. Oh, I thought I was on camera. I'm getting a yes. But what they were showing was like a French salon.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
And you did many different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like most artists do many different things.
Mm-hmm.
But portraiture was one of your main fortes.
I love that. That is so cool, Diana. I mean, Karen. Karen, I got that from the Golden Future deck. I got animals. Honor the animal kingdom, which I know you love your babies. So this is a big part of your journey here. And then I got seizure opportunities, population.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like stuff's coming in for you. Like this even looks like an Aries card to me. Like it's all about to pop off. That's how I'm feeling it. Um, then we got Denise McMillan. Here we go. She says, may I please ask what the moon phase has for me?
Hi, Denise.
Denise.
I'm going to switch.
Grief is grief is never easy, Hypnicity. I'm really sorry about your friend.
I'm sorry, Nolani.
Yeah, they were good cards, yeah. All right, so. Oh, I have the hardest time trying to figure out how to hyper channel. I don't even know. Let's see if we can do it on Diana's channel. It has to say it like as soon as you hit the more button, from what I gather, but I don't know for sure. Let's see if it'll show on Diana's. It's not showing on mine for me. Yeah. I don't know how to do that. What's that? Life in front of a firing squad. Karen, you crazy.
Who said that?
Karen. Yeah, you know what, girl? I can see you starting the French Revolution. I can see that.
Sure.
You probably made them all. I'm glad you did it.
So, Denise, it's not.
Denise.
This is very interesting. Watch out! There's somebody who is setting you up for codependency. Who is this person? I think you already know who this is. And we're stepping into Valentine's Day.
I think you know who it is too.
So watch out for this codependency. The next thing was, if you're aware of that, you need to put yourself into something else that is out there, way out there, obscurity, right? It's something that you think you don't know about, but in reality, you do. Here comes a class on how to trust your own intuition, right? Whatever that is so obscure to you, educate yourself on it. It will no longer be obscure. you will be able to decipher and find your own way through this. Okay, here comes that codependency again, solicitude. They're all clamoring over you. You don't have to share what you know, and you don't have to share anything of yourself that you don't want to share. So be aware of that person coming in with their codependency again, with the me. Be your own critique, because that's what the next step is with that codependent person. They start pointing fingers at you, and you can't find shelter from their storm. So this is like, to me, this is a good reading. It's just telling you,
own your power.
Yeah,
Stand in your power.
Standing in your power. Well, and here it is. Pass out the distribution of sunglasses when the sun is shining, right? Put your blinders on. Put your blinders on to that person when they come calling.
Yeah, see, she put my son. Thank you. Yeah, honey. There's like he's got to do his own path, and that's hard enough for a mom. But don't get yourself entangled any further, because it's breaking your heart. It's really, I mean, I can feel your heart is very.
And remember, you're giving them life skills, roots and wings. And without the life skills,
Yeah, and we learn from each other, right? We're all teachers and students, and our soul family is our biggest lesson in a lot of things. It's not that I'm saying don't deal with him, but keep your distance for a little while. I got here, a change of scenery is calling. Embrace an adventure, like maybe go away for a little bit, because I feel like he's relentless, and I'm sorry to say it like that. Like he doesn't let up on you because you're such a sweetie.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have it right now.
Don't have it, can't do it. Yeah, see, then I got take flight. It's like make yourself scarce and quickly. Yeah, take flight quickly.
I love that with the rabbit.
Yeah, and there's magic in the rabbit, right? And it's like it just taking, rabbits are quick. Take flight is the bird. You want peace and freedom. You have, and I just heard you have to give that to yourself first.
Yeah.
No one's going to give it to you. And it's sad, and I'm sorry. But he'll learn by doing his own thing, his own way.
Yep. And you got to let that happen. And then when comes the dawn, around 35, 36, 37 years old, when you're all the same age, my grandmother said it best. The year she turned 90, my mother turned 60. And my grandmother was they're toasting each other, although it was my grandmother's birthday. And Nana lifts her glass and says, well, Flo, 30 years doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore, does it? Because I can just hear the argument. You're so old. What do you know about being young? I want to do, and I want this, and I want that. Can you hear it? Can you hear that argument?
Yeah, it's like we got to be the neutral observer. We got to step back and let people do what they're going to do, but don't let them take you with them.
And in the pallor of maturity, we all reach an age where we are the same age, no matter what the years say. No matter what the years say.
Yeah, and he, they got to learn on their own. I know, and it's hard because you want to protect your children and you want to save. We have that. We already have that. We want to save people, but that's been our biggest lesson especially these last 5 years. You can't save anybody. You're here to help yourself grow, and people will either grow with you or away from you for temporary, or it's always cycles. Though it doesn't doesn't mean forever and ever. Um, give yourself a break. I feel like you really need a break. Um, yeah, Karen, the hype button is only on the phone. You can't do it from the computer, as far as I do know that. And Barbara Hart Love says her hardest lesson is holding space while watching the tower. He's
Yeah.
38. He's 38. I need this
Oh,
right now. Yeah, see, he
yes. And
you
then
just because put your arms up and just say,
I'm sorry, you're
I love
38 on
you.
your own.
I'm going to the beach,
If
whatever
he
it
hasn't
is.
learned it now, you know, I'm sorry, Denise. 38 is, yeah.
I mean, some of us are late bloomers, right? I was learning at 38, but I still wasn't where, I got there about 50. But look, our generation's different than their generation, than the ones
And,
before. And some of these kids now are just born downloaded. I'm so
well,
glad.
and 38, people are going to be living to 120 because parts are replaceable.
Hmm, parts are
But you
replaceable.
have to cut that apron string.
We're
Because
not.
he
We
only
don't.
comes knocking when he wants something.
Yeah, and we're not doing them any favors if we just keep doing whatever it is that we know they don't need to be doing, and we're enabling it. We're the ones at that point who's to blame. 38 is a while, but like I said, we're all different. Um, I'm so glad the Seahawks are winning. Hypnicity, grief. I can't find your question, but I do remember it said, "How do I get through grief?" Now, you know as well as I know, and Diana knows, grief is its own cycle, and
Yeah,
and
it
and
is.
I want to say this. My guides had showed me this quite a while ago. When we think of people and okay, like for instance, Denise, we worry about that person or we're stressed over that person. We're adding that to their energy field. We literally, so if someone just passed and you're sending, they can't come near you if you're in sorrow and grief. They can't, like, it's really totally disconnected. Not that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying, send them love no matter what they're doing. If they've passed, whatever the thing it is, try to always send the highest best to people because we're connected whether we know it or not, and we entangle in those energies. And I used to worry and have anxiety all the time. This is the reason why I'm saying this. I had to learn this a hard way. I wasn't My anxiety wasn't making anyone feel better. In fact, probably was adding to whatever I was thinking into their energy field. And that made me feel bad. Like if I'm sending bad energy to people, I don't want to be that person. So I try to stay neutral now. It's really hard, but I'm a Cancer, but I got Aquarius rising. You got a lot of Cancer. It's not easy. Um,
Are we
Denise,
on?
I'm sorry. I got Nine of Swords. Okay.
Yes, he is
These
three
are
of
the,
Pentacles. Is that for Denise?
yeah. So
Okay.
this is Nine of Swords. This is a very, very, very. It's you're mentally abusing yourself at this,
And
and
he's
then we got,
emotional
but,
abuse. He's
but,
got the emotional end of that. That Nine of Swords is now you need to rest after being beat up for so long.
hmm because you got the Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So okay, to be like real about it, you have the resources he needs, right? He's looking forward to you. But that, and you have the heart, the wands, Queen of Wands. Um, be that discerning, person. I'm seeing all this fire. My brain is seeing all the moon coming in, the fire horse. Let that fire, Aries season, let it burn off all of this stuff that's hanging, this heavy burden on you. It just is a heavy burden, mental, physical, emotional. And then I got the high priestess. Like, you don't know how strong you are until you go through and you do something the opposite way of than you have always done it. That's how you really gain an understanding, because you think if you don't do it, everything's going to fall apart, but it's exactly the opposite. Usually things fall together. Um, yeah, Karen says she sure feels a push right now coming out of her. Yeah, you're like having birth. So many of us are. She's Denise. See, you're tired. Can you take a vacation? Oh, your friend died of cancer, hypnicity.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I have cards for hypnicity.
Okay, his dad. Oh, okay. Denise is saying his dad took his life. I found him. Downloaded spiral ever since for my son. And see that is
He,
unbearable.
needs, right. He needs the kind of help, honey, that you can't give him. You have your own. You have to be the strong adult when he was a child. Now, who's going to be the strong adult for you? Who was there for you when that happened? When you found his father? And the spiraling that you have your own spiral that is independent of your son's. And the kind of help that he needs to get past that is not something that you can provide. If you went to counseling together, it would be a different story, because this has been going on for years.
Yeah. And I know I did this to myself too, Denise. I had to stick myself because this happened, and it was something tragic, and I always saved everybody else but myself, There we go again, Denise. Traveling lightly. They really want you to take a break.
Yeah.
I hope everything works out, Denise. Okay, so for hypnicity,
there is magic in the fact that he has crossed over.
Yeah.
As he is cancer free.
Yeah.
And in that magic has been a big cleansing for him.
Nice.
And a cleansing for you as well, because you know how much pain he was in. So now he has walked through these open doors. And the trick is, now that he's on the other side, he can come and go a whole lot easily than he could while he was still here. So this is all part of the higher love of friendship. He
was your friend.
And don't worry, the portal is open and you can walk through it both ways. Now he has some work to do, but there will be a time where he will come and visit with you just when you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Or just because you ask, not just when, because I have a feeling he's trying to communicate with you now. So you know me, watch for omens and messages in the birds, in the animals that you see.
Yep. And with that Mercury in Pisces and your water sign hypnicity, all of this energy is always talking to us, and you're really going to notice it. That's what I was getting. But he is right there. He is talking to you.
Hold on, Grizzly. Oops, sorry.
No, it's okay. I got the Fool. He's on a new journey. On his new journey, and he's free. They're showing me the dragons flying above. And then I got the Knight of Swords. It's like he knows so much more now. He knows it's a whole different world, and he's learning how to figure it out. He got the sun card here, and he's flying through the sun. And then the Ace of Swords, that's where I got the Mercury and Pisces information is coming in with both of these, the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. He's learning new ways of communicating because he's in a new space, but he's going to share that with you. I think that's so cool. I hope that helps him. What a beautiful soul. He's really happy to be free. And then I got our beautiful planet, restore the natural world. This is like he's showing me how the world looks from his vantage point, and we're going to be making our world like that. That's what I'm seeing. It gets so pristine where he is, and he's getting an education. Every time I look down, they're like, that one too. Oh, he's learning a whole new way of being, right? Wow. It's really cool to see how they perceive things from the other side once they transition.
Well,
did we get everybody?
I think so. My dogs are like jumping at the bit to go OUT. And I hope for that little guy it wasn't too late, because then I'll have to scream at him.
Oh, no. Hypnicity, I'm sorry. Her emotions are raw, honey. Yeah. Kind of lay there and just think about him and have a conversation with him and see the experience, the energies he's seeing. Thank you, Hypnicity. And then I'm sorry, Denise, we've been in counseling for years. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, then, honey, there's nothing more that you can do. Seriously.
And here's Barbara. Dealing with family addiction taught me I can't fix it. And that is just so true. And I'm going to say this as an addict, as an ex-addict. Nobody would have, I'm the only one who could have did that. No one could have did it for me.
That's right.
As much as they may have wanted to. Yes, please tell them you're on vacation. All right.
Yeah, you can just tell them that.
Yeah. Tell them that you really, like, you're going to a retreat where you can't speak to anybody on the phone. It's like a 7-day meditation. That's how you got to disconnect everything for a minute and then come back and when you're stronger and plug in.
And seriously, don't text back. Don't answer the phone. Seriously, it's hard to do, but don't do it.
And if you can't actually go on vacation, but say you are, sit there and listen to meditations, do stuff to help you. I mean, text, email me and Diana. We'll help whatever way we can.
Yep.
All right, Diana's got to take care of her puppies. We love you all so much.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We've been on, wow, 2 hours. We've been on almost 2 hours. We love you so much. We will see you next Sunday. Be safe out there.
Yes.
Honor yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.